go into this last thing.
All right.
This last thing for today, probably should have connected this to the last subject, but sheesh. There's a lot of people out here that call themselves relationship coaches, relationship gurus, and all that stuff.
And be single as fuck.
Be single or living a life opposite of what they tell people.
Talk to nobody about a relationship unless you've been fucking married.
Who the guru? Him with the sad no?
No, I don't know this person, but the other person.
Love Dorsey.
What are some of the things men need to be looking for in terms of women?
Turn down just a little bit.
In their pursuits, in terms of determining whether or not this woman is a person of value.
Okay.
Femininity mindset first. So femininity, and then there is the what type of mindset does this woman have in regards to the way the world works and men. Just foundational. And when I'm saying this, what I mean is when you meet a woman and she doesn't have a clear understanding that the foundational things in the world, whether she likes it or not, were built. The hard jobs are being done by men.
Right.
And if she has femininity balanced alongside that, there's a respect. Doesn't mean that women don't have just as much value and are, important. But there needs to be a space in that woman's mind where this is a man. And if you notice how I'm saying it, this is a man. This is something that's different than a woman, right? I am not equal with him. We do not need to have everything fair amongst us. This is a man. And because of that, I am a woman. And there's a certain swagger and femininity and essence and nurturing and softness that comes with me that he needs to respect because I respect what he is. If you find a woman where she understands that men are important and they are due respect based on that, and she is due respect not because she got her own house, own car, INDE, but because I am a woman and I hold power in my femininity, and she knows that I'm to be respected for that. I get respect off top for that. Not whether I got a job or a car or any of those other things that modern day women are claiming to need respect or are due respect for.
Right.
The other part of it is when I'm talking about the femininity, it is going to determine how she is with you. And I don't mean what y'all go out and show people when y'all in the restaurants or on Instagram. How she is with you when you go home and that door closed and y'all in there by yourself.
Right.
And I'm saying this because if men put this at the forefront in regards to choosing, a lot of them will realize I have to go get an idea of what femininity looks like because my single mother was not feminine. I didn't see femininity in my mom.
We may lack.
Got one of them clues bombs. You know what I'm saying?
Evaluate properly what
Same thing I'm saying about women.
I love Dorsey always be spitting. She got
Yes.
but not understanding that that's the female power.
And it is something to protect. It is something to fucking respect.
Right.
So the same way women have these things that they don't know are the most important thing in regards to deciding if I'm going to even entertain this man, there are a lot of men that they don't know how to recognize femininity.
Yeah.
They never saw it. So they date in women that are operating how their mother was, and you didn't even like it when your mother was mothering you. So of course you're going to have heat for this woman when she in your house or y'all house where you're paying bills and you're supposed to be the man of the house and you getting handled like your mama. But you was attracted to it because it's already comfortable and familiar to your subconscious mind. It's programmed into you based on how your mother raised you. And your mama, when she was doing this, she never told you that, son, this is not natural. It's not normal. I'm doing it because I got to. Mama never said,
Drop
like,
another one.
this strong
Drop
face you see me with, this working
Run this
back,
shit back.
I got. This is not what you need to go out and look for. Oftentimes, like I think you said earlier, it's praised.
Yeah.
It's like a badge of honor.
It's a badge of honor.
I was raised by a single mama. My girlfriend strong, like my single. Bro,
Right.
come on,
My
man.
sister strong. Yeah.
And then when you get in a relationship with this strong, single-minded woman, you want her to operate the way you see the soft, feminine women on Instagram that you attracted to that make you hard act. That those two don't mix.
Right. Those who.
Well, you in one or the other, my G, like you.
She wants to say my nigga so
as a masculine, independent-minded woman, or you understand my powers and my femininity. And
She from New Orleans, right?
I thought she was from Florida. I thought she was from Tampa.
She from Tampa? She be sound like she from New Orleans sometimes though.
She could be from both.
Okay.
She could be from both.
Yeah. You know,
She was from,
what are some of the
St.
things
Petersburg,
men
I
need
thought.
to be looking for in terms of
Oh, that was it.
Well,
Yeah,
Love
man.
Dorsey was definitely spitting there. I mean, shout out to Love Dorsey. Come on the show. You know.
Yeah, man. That was the clip that I was talking about that I didn't want to.
Oh, she's spitting. She's
Spitting.
spitting
Listen,
bars.
she's one of a handful of people that I've come across these relationship-based conversation spaces.
They talk real though.
That talk real.
And her look don't match what you thought. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say you can't judge a book by its cover.
Cause she so seemed like she like
I
with
thought
that
she was
ratchet with
ratchet.
the tattoos and all that.
Yeah.
But she not. She got good sense.
Man, every time I hear her talk, she spit bar. And I listened to maybe a couple other interviews before that particular one, because that was a clip from a whole interview. Man, Love Dorsey spits bars, man, about this relationship stuff for real. Gets to the nitty gritty, not these fluff posts that we were talking about earlier. If he wants you, he will show it. If he doesn't want you, he will show it. People don't get me started on that again. But so let's get some of your takeaways.
You go first. Let's see what you say.
This is my question.
Whatever, man. Come on. Go ahead. Go first. We want to hear your thing first. Because we don't want you to be talking about, oh, man, y'all stole my answer. So this is your point to get all your stuff out so we won't steal none of your answers. My brother.
I agree with basically everything she said in that particular clip and everything she said in the entire interview. I encourage y'all to watch the entire interview. I'll try to put the link to the video in the chat. But Love Dorsey she says in multiple interviews, for people that don't know her, that she's a nerd. She calls herself a nerd. She studies things. When it comes to these relationship things, she studies people. She studies the history of behavior traits and all that stuff. So everything she's saying has come from a researched standpoint, from a researched understanding and making connections and actually talking and getting out and having conversations with people. So it was at the end, towards the end of the interview, when she said it's either you're either going to be living your masculine or you're going to be living in your feminine. There's no in between.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said earlier, oh man, it was another part where she said, oh man, I forgot what it was, but it's like that because I see all the time that, we got people trying to get accolades for things that they're supposed to do as a human being. Posturing those things as if it's supposed to be appealing when it's not. Like if you have a car, cool. You're supposed to be able to have your own way to get to work. You have your own place, okay, cool. You're an adult, unless you're living with your parents and y'all have an understanding where you're staying there trying to save up money for yourself. Okay, that's cool. But you don't get accolades for having that. Mm-hmm. Just like a man doesn't get accolades for having that stuff. That's the stuff that you're supposed to have and do as an adult. You don't get extra accolades and praises for that. So yeah, and I think that the abandoning another major contribution to failing relationships is on both ends, the abandoning of what masculinity truly is and what femininity truly is, and not knowing the true value that those things bring to relationships. Go ahead. That's all I got for now.
Want to go Jerry Day?
No, you can go, Mom.
No, I agree with her. I agree with a lot of things she said, and how how women should be teaching, because that's what I would do. Like if I ever do get a daughter, if I'm ever blessed with a daughter or anything like that, and I have to raise a daughter or a woman, I would tell her, like, look, I'm gonna tell you how to be independent, but also at the same time, when you get a man in your life and a man is there, this is not how you act. You do things accordingly to this. You shouldn't be lifting stuff that's heavy if there's a man there. You shouldn't be carrying your own bags when a man's there. You shouldn't be opening your doors when a man's there. You shouldn't be pumping your gas when a man's there. Me and your brother here, you shouldn't be taking out no garbage. Now, if you on your own and you live by yourself, you should be doing those things. The masculine should come out you. You should be doing those things. You should be cautious. But I'm not sitting up here saying that you got to act all tough. You got to be out here saying this, because women don't understand. Like when you in your feminine, you a woman, you can get a guy to do any fucking thing you want him to do, just by being fucking nice. And that's a straight fact. Just by being nice, smiling, it ain't got to do nothing to do with you flirting or nothing like that. Just being nice and generous. Just being nice. Just being just straight up nice. How you doing? That don't mean nobody trying to talk to you. It's just saying how you doing. Some of us guys just speak. I'm not trying to holler.
I think I agree with that. I think though also we live in a world where when women are like that,
Niggas think it's they flirting.
they do think they're flirting.
But you in that. You dead that. You can dead that. It's a way you can
Yeah.
dead like it's not like it's not that.
Yeah.
You
But
get
sometimes-
Chicago. You get real Chicago. This not that.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm just speaking, boy. This not that.
This ain't that.
They know, yeah. Women know how
but
to do
even
it.
what I'm saying is, even a lot of times if you got a daily interaction with people and
Yeah.
you just naturally, I don't know, some outgoing, spoken or whatever.
We work with a couple of them.
Yeah. And people automatically assume that you're trying to talk to them.
Trying to talk, yeah. That's
You
a
know,
fact.
and it's
but that's
just like-
they got more so to do something with them, and they need to get their shit together than they got to do with you just because you're a nice person.
No, well, what I'm saying is are men lacking that much attention or something?
Yes,
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
a lot of these niggas weird, and weird.
I get what they might be weird, but
So I get they might be weird.
I get they might be weird, but is it that a lot of women also aren't really smiling like that to the men? You know what I mean? They really kind of cold shoulderish to the men.
And that's the thing.
And when you do get one that really smiles, it's like,
You
damn,
hitting on something. You own to something. And that's true. You're 100% right. Because where we work at, when we come through, it's some ones out there and you just speak. And you like, I didn't do nothing to you. It's like a young one. It's like, motherfucker just stone cold face. Like, I ain't do nothing to you. I'm just speaking.
Mm-hmm.
You can smile and say hi. Looking down at their phone, don't have no people skills. It's like, you need to go get your people skills up before you come back out in this real world.
Yeah.
Because you just stone cold face killer. Like, no, it don't work like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like you say, that's the thing too. They don't get that many people to where you just being nice and you just talking to someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just being polite. Motherfucker think you like them or you want to go hang out with them. No, it's just I'm being polite. This is how you're supposed to be when you come out to this world.
Yeah.
I don't care what happened to you at home and what happened to you at your job. Them two different things. When I leave my house, it don't matter what happened in my house or what happened in my life or whatever going on. When I leave and walk out these doors, it's something totally different now. I know it's hard for you to do. I know it's hard for you to change, but you shouldn't be the same way. I don't give a fuck what happened. Put a smile on your face. Don't let everybody know what the fuck is going on with you and go on out to this world and conquer this world and come on back.
No, for sure.
But that's one of the major things too, though.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with both of you guys on what you both said. I think that a lot of times though, if you're a single mother out here and you got to raise your seeds, your children, kind of, I would say, in a way that you would want your that ideal person to be. That ideal man. Don't raise them kind of like the niggas that you used to be fucking with. You kind of got to go against the grain as far as that. Because eventually your son or your daughter is going to be mates for somebody else.
Yep, and you fucked them up.
And they've watched you because a lot of learning comes through just simply observing.
Yep.
So you've already showed them one way, but you need to be teaching and telling them another way. You need to be teaching them, hey, you don't do X, Y, and Z. I know I probably would. You don't do that.
Yeah. Because, like, you got a son, right? I know your son mimic, want to smell like you, want to kind of dress like you, want to listen to the same music as you. And I've learned that too as I'm getting older. Like, like I told y'all the last time, my son was in the car and I gave him the aux. I let him hook his phone up or whatever he was driving. And all the music he was playing, nigga, I'm singing to the top of my lungs. Right. And I'm like, what did you hear about this? And he just looked at me and smiled and kept playing music. So you think your kids is not, because they not, they probably in their phone, you think they're not paying attention? They paying attention.
Right.
They hear and see everything you do. And you need to teach. Get the fuck out quit trying to sit up here because you think you still out here popping. No, you're not. You got kids. You're not popping no more, baby. Sit your ass down somewhere and teach them goddamn kids.
Teach them right, man. Teach them the right
Teach them
way,
right. Teach them for like the man. No, I ain't gonna even say teach them like the man you want to be because you have the motherfucker out here like a little thug.
Well, but that changes the cycle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to start somewhere because, on both sides you have, these bitches ain't shit, these niggas ain't shit.
No.
You got to change the cycle.
Yep.
For the next, sometimes you got to be the martyr in the situation where you got to do what you got to do to make sure that your son is on the right track so he can find him a right mate. He can find him the right wife.
Yeah. And stop trying to do everything for your fucking son. Make him get the fuck up.
Stop trying to compete.
Yeah.
Stop trying to compete with your daughters.
Yeah, get the fuck up.
A lot of women out there can beat you.
Get your ass up. Go take out that garbage. You don't take out no garbage. Your son there. You should not be pumping your gas while your son is in the car on his goddamn phone. I wish I would pull up and my son is out there. My wife is out there pumping gas and he in there on his phone. Boy, what? I'm gonna whoop his ass and her ass. It's just a figure. It's a figure of speech. Yes,
it's a figure of speech.
But y'all know what I mean. I'm not, and that's what more for my daughter too. I might fuck around and off dude got my daughter out there pumping gas.
All right. Let me respond. Let me respond.
It's just figure of speeches. Yeah,
now these YouTube streets don't take it that way.
My bad.
I know it's a figure of speech.
Yeah, it's just how I'm talking.
DHPX said nay. He disagrees with the banning of TikTok. Mm-hmm. Sierra Thomas, what's up? Sierra Thomas said, nay, I prefer reviews on TikTok over Google News.
Sierra, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
Napson Beauty said TikTok was originally created for children.
I would believe that.
I think I can agree with that.
Me too.
Be humble. You said, holla at your boy, my information on my page. Drop your link in the chat, bro, because I have one up here. I have something up here that I don't know if it's your page. They have a lot of Be Humble channels, apparently. So drop your channel link in the chat, and we'll check it out.
I'm subscribing now. As soon as he drop it, I'm subscribing.
Napson Beauty says, sadly, because of women's liberation, I don't expect the man to open my door. However, if he does, I make sure to say thank you.
30.
You know, it's also sexual liberation as well, right? So with sexual liberation, not just women liberation, but sexual liberation, when women, men actually had to work twice. I think I was talking to these guys about it. But men actually, the end goal was to get the sex, right? So in order to get the sex, you had to get married. Now with women's sexual,
do a lot more.
Now with women's sexual liberation, if she's willing to give it to you, well, shit, I ain't got to do shit for it.
Sucking meat in the car.
Gilbert Arenas.
Well, this clip gonna be restricted as well. This clip gonna be restricted to 18 as well.
Oh my God!
YouTube streets know what meat is? It's crazy.
Sierra though, it's a big age. Like I thought you was kind of younger, but I didn't want to just put it out there like that. But yeah, because a lot of younger people do prefer now using TikTok for their search engine. Because I've been listening to a lot of that is taking over. TikTok has became overtook Google as the #1 search engine in the world.
Wow, I didn't even know that. But I like Google reviews. I prefer to read.
Me too. But yeah, it's a I think it's a age differential thing. I think that's what it is.
Cultivate your roots, laughing at you.
but yeah, that's true. Cause like this sex liberation thing and people not being secretive no more. This is what kind of I keep saying, social media is what fucked us up. Because everybody got on social media telling their business, trying to put everybody in their lives, telling them how many people they had sex with, how many things they did this, how many bodies they got this, what they do this, and you put all this out. So it's no secretive no more. It's no mystery about you no more. I already know everything I need to know about you to get your clothes off. I don't have to do no digging and be no gentleman to you no more. I know exactly what buttons to push to get your clothes off already. I don't have to do none of that. I don't have to go spend no money. I don't have to go be nice to you, go open no doors. I don't have to go take you on no dates and nothing. I don't have to be no gentleman to you. I could just be strictly an asshole and I'm still going to have sex with you.
Hennessy 3.5.
Thank you. And if you going for a 3.5, that's crazy for a woman to be sitting up here rolling blunts. That's crazy.
Not just blunts, backwoods.
That's crazy. Backwoods. That's crazy to me. For a woman to be sitting here smoking and rolling blunts, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I was just finna go in.
Go. I want to hear it. I'm curious now.
They love their backwoods, man. They love their backwoods. You see their gums. Anyway.
Stained teeth, stained whole mouth area, stained lips. It's stuck in their hair.
They ain't going to the dentist.
Women will wild for some weed.
Like it.
They will wild out for some weed. It's crazy.
And for y'all who smoke responsibly or whatever like that, do your thing. It's not cultivating to everybody, but we motherfuckers know who we're talking about when we say these certain things. You know who you are.
Well, shit, we shouldn't even have to put that disclaimer out. Now, if you ain't wilding for the weed, then we wasn't talking to you. But if you was wilding for the weed, we was talking to you.
You one of the ones.
Yeah, backwood rolling that.
And speaking of
smoking black and mild still in 2023 is crazy.
God, the woman who smoked black and mild is crazy.
Woman who smokes cigarettes is crazy.
Oh, hot breath.
Speaking of sexual liberation, that reminded me of what I was just saying a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes ago now, or 15, whatever. Oftentimes, when you give people the option to choose whatever they want to do, they're going to choose what's worse for them. And that's not a reflection of natural beauty, because I get it. If you don't have somebody doing whatever thing in your life that matters to you, if you don't have them doing it for you, then you have to do it for yourself. If you're at the movies, if you're not at the movies, but if you're going somewhere by yourself, then you have to open your door. Cool. Now, how does that reflect? And I'm not asking you this, Naps and Beauty. Don't put your information out on these internet streets. But generally speaking, how does that reflect when you do get somebody in your life and they're trying to fulfill those roles for you? Oftentimes, people cannot turn that off.
What you mean? Opening what?
Let's just say independence. Whatever it is on both.
It takes a while. It takes a while, and it takes a while, and it takes you to like, is this really real? That's what they go. What most women go through, is this really real, or is he just putting up a facade? So their guard is still up for a while until you really, really know. Because you buy me and my son open doors. My wife get tired of this shit. She like, these bitches do not deserve this shit. Because some of them don't say thank you, don't say, I appreciate that or anything like that. She be on it. And look, Jay every day know. One time I opened the door, dude, him downstairs ass walked through the door and didn't say nothing. And Jay every day say, boy, you can't say he say, boy, you can't say that. I'm with you. I'm going to say I ain't hear it, but you can't say that, bro. We going to jail, bro. Because he know I will go off on a motherfucker in a minute because I speak to everybody. And when you ignore me, that's just like you saying, fuck me. So, some people just not used to motherfuckers just being nice and being polite and being courteous.
But it's difference because they say that they want it, and then when they get it, they still have that same sentiment as if it wasn't there. It's one thing, okay, you have your independence, that's cool. When somebody comes in your life and they're showing, like I think it was Cultivate Your Roots, or Naps and Beauty said, I think it was Cultivate Your Roots. Action speaks louder than words. Yeah. They're showing actions that they are capable and willing to do whatever it is that you say that you need to not be independent. No, they're still sticking to that independence and saying, no, I've been doing this before. You came into the picture. I don't need you to do it. It don't matter if you don't do it for me. I don't care. I actually had somebody say, I'm a orchestrate this episode, not this episode, but futuristically, because I asked a group of women in particular, I said specifically, would you rather have no man contributing anything in your life at all, or would you rather go 50-50? And I don't want to open up the 50-50 conversation in this episode, but would you rather go and do everything on your own, or would you rather go 50-50 with somebody? Do you know what they said?
Yeah, them young ass girls, them 90 girls, 90s and 2000 girls. And we shouldn't be talking to them because we pushing 40. So them should not even be in the conversation.
Nah, at least it was a group of about 3 or 4.
You found them?
I found you, Be Humble. Don't even
we got you, Be Humble.
We
finna send it, put it in the group chat right now. We finna subscribe to you.
Appreciate you.
Go ahead, finish.
But it was. They chose to be independent, continue to be independent if they have the option to have 50% of their life be cheaper. They still chose to be independent.
But we're not going to get 100% of nothing, though. We're not going to get 100% of women to get on board with that even though it makes sense.
Let me go back to the okay, here we go.
Hey, Be Humble, real quick, you mind if I say, how to find you? Because I found you real quick.
Yeah. So. But we're not going to get 100%. Like, women who got some sense, we're going to take that deal. Women who don't got no sense ain't going to take it. How they say it, you can't save everybody.
It won't let you put your channel in the chat.
No, he got it. He found it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I found it, but for everybody else.
Yeah, don't worry about it. He found
it. Just wasn't,
You feel me?
Yeah.
We can't save everybody.
Yeah, and like, yeah.
And also, too, I want to go back on your sentiment of what you said, right? I understand women when they say they don't let their guard down just they quick. Because they done got a whole bunch of people that done got them, or men, I ain't going to say people, I'm going to say men, whatever you prefer. The other person to get them to let their guard down, and this nigga was still playing. He tried to push all the buttons, because real meticulous men gonna take their time to figure out this code. Okay, it's 2 right now. It's 3, it's 8, it's 7, it's 6. Okay, let's open the doors. A nigga that's just coming there just to smash, the nigga go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that ain't work. 2, 3, 4, 5. He's just pushing all the codes because he's just trying to get in the draws. You feel me? So it's gonna take some time, and I understand when women say, "I'm not letting my guard down for that," because you ain't doing, you playing with me still. You're not trying to get to know me. You just playing a role. You're not trying to, get to really know who I really am. So I understand when women say that.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily. I want to clarify that I don't have an issue with you putting the guard up. How long does it take for you to let that guard down though?
But that's just like if you was played too. You're not gonna just take your guard down for just the first woman just because she did all this shit right, and she gave you some good talk.
That's Be Humble's channel right there, y'all. Check out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check. I
just subscribe to you too. You feel me? So just because she did all the right things in the short run, that don't mean you're gonna put your guard down from this woman though, right? Is it?
I think if what you're doing is genuinely valuable to a relationship, then you should be willing to give it up.
Nah, I ain't gonna tell nobody that do that.
If it's genuinely valuable, yes.
Nah, I'm not cool. Nah, I tell you to keep it. Don't take it fully down, but just make sure you're right. Make sure you're making the right decision this time, because that's just like the same thing. Like you got one baby daddy, you fucked up, right? And you out here doing this with this dude. Is you telling them to take out the condom now, or you telling them to hold on for a little while?
But that's not. I'm talking about something that is an actual specific thing to the relationship. I'm not.
What you mean by specific? Okay, break it down.
For instance, like let's take the surface level example: cooking and cleaning, right?
Yeah.
If you know that is something that is a genuine genuine contribution to a relationship, and that is something that you enjoy doing, then you should do it.
But you shouldn't do that for everybody though.
If you're not willing to do it, then you shouldn't be in a relationship.
So she should do it for everybody.
You need to be true to yourself. So what if true to yourself is that if that's something that you do, then you stay true to yourself. Now it's up to you to recognize that he doesn't deserve that. Then you let him go.
There you go. That's what.
But you stay true to yourself.
Exactly
if this is something that you do, I like to cook and I like to feed my man and then you do that. But then once you realize that he isn't worthy of it, then you cut him loose.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I believe that you need to reevaluate. It's only so long that you can keep some walls up. If you're gonna keep the walls up, it makes it difficult for your partner. You know what I'm saying? For you guys to really have a growing relationship. I do also believe though that you need to be reevaluating that relationship. You see what I'm saying? So every so often in your mind, or maybe you guys sit down and y'all have a conversation. You need to be reevaluating things. Just like at your job, right? At everybody's job, you're going to sit down. We're going to sit down and talk about some things we need to improve on, some things, you right? You know what I'm saying? So you can just know where you're at, know where you stand, right? This job may not be for you, or so on and so forth. But I do think that just like you said, right, as far as your friendship, Ma, you said, you know what, my friendship, I'm going to be me regardless.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I'm going to be me regardless.
Touche.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I realize this motherfucker ain't worth it like that. I'm going to take a step back. And that's the same thing. That's the same mindset I think a woman should apply to her relationship with a man, or the man should be apply with his relationship with his woman.
I agree with both of y'all. I agree.
And I want to put myself in that position for a specific example, right? I personally like solving problems, right? I like solving problems.
What's 2 + 2, nigga?
5.
37.
See? That's what I'm talking about. Don't listen to him.
Oh, shit, go ahead.
But no, I like solving problems. For instance, if you come to me, if the girl that I'm interested in is coming to me and telling me that she has this problem, the first thing that comes to my mind is how am I going to solve it? How am I going to solve it?
Don't come to me if you don't want that problem solved. You just trying to vent, you better say that shit from the beginning. Because I'm not finna be talking round circles. We finna figure out the solution so I don't have to hear about this shit no more.
Man, you just brought up. We'll talk about. I'll make note of that. We'll talk about that next week.
Okay, hit them couple. I think there's a couple we missed that on.
So Be Humble said it won't let me put my channel in the chat. We fixed that. Yeah. Sierra Thomas said, I personally have to make a conscious effort not to open the door when I'm with the guy. I do appreciate it though. And I don't blame you for that, right? Because you're used to what you're used to, right? If you're in a situation for whatever reason, one or another, that you're used to opening your doors, it's not going to be a switch.
Yeah, no,
automatically.
You know what they need to tell you though, Sierra? Put that. Don't you touch that. You better not touch that goddamn door. Put your ass back. Yup. That's exactly what a motherfucker. No. What you doing? Hey, make your ass walk right back through it. Hey, come back here. Come back over here. Nah.
Rewind.
Bring your ass. Big boy, come on. Walk back through this door and wait. You wait till I get that open the door. Now you go in, baby. There you go. And then you
There you
stop
go.
on the ass too.
And then-
If he's that dude for you, he don't just be stopping on your ass. Just be.
And another thing is a big thing of mine is actually having a woman walk on the inside of the street versus the outside of the street. You know what I'm saying?
It's all gentleman shit.
Yeah.
This game. This free game.
You know,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
game.
am I laying my coat down over puddles?
No.
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 No. Yeah, go ahead and go through that door. So I can watch you walk
but
through
it's just certain things you should, like, as a gentleman, as an OG, it's just certain things you do. And some of them be little. And when real women, I'm not gonna say real, that's so crazy. When women understand them and see them, they're like, oh, I never had that like kind of done before. I never had this, I never had that, you know? And then it's like, you know, just when people walk and dudes walk, you pull your lady closer to you, get closer to me. Smell all this good cologne, baby.
Yeah, go ahead and walk
Let
through that
me
door.
smell that Bath and Body Works. Smell
let
that
me-
cocoa butter. Smell just like a black woman.
Go
Black
ahead,
woman.
Walk through that door. Let me watch you walk through it.
Yeah, he on some other shit now. You talking about me being freaky. Look at him.
Freaky light skin.
Freaky light
You
skinned
ain't,
nigga.
you ain't gonna outdo no freaky light skin.
Light skinned nigga. Super freaky. Yeah.
What? Jeez. I'm the final boss of freaky.
Shit,
But no,
man.
this last thing I want to say that before I forget that Love Dorsey said in the video. She just said typically she talks a lot about single mothers and you know, single parenting and all that stuff, right? She said in the video, I wish it was a timestamp, but it's a
Clip, so
it's
go
a
ahead.
clip. So she said when whatever behavior when a mother is being exhibiting independence and her children sees her being independent, she doesn't educate, not whenever, to whom it applies. She doesn't educate her children that this is not the life that
It's not
I'm
normal.
supposed to be living. It's not normal. This
Yeah.
is not acceptable. This is not how things are supposed to be. The way I am the way that I am because these are the cards that life dealt. This is the way that life going in. So I don't hear that conversation happening much. And this is from conversations that I witnessed again in person, and this is from
You know why the conversations don't have? They don't have a conversation?
Why?
Because then you have to admit you fucked up.
There you go. There you go.
You have to admit you fucked up.
There you go.
You have to admit you fucked up. And it's okay to say I fucked up. Because I apologize to my family all the time. I know Jay every day probably do too, because we're a man of like, we take responsibility for what's going on. But as a man, as a person, fuck as a
They
man.
be fucking up.
But look, but I'm just talking about as a human. I'm not gonna say man or woman, but as a human being, we fuck up. We make mistakes. We fuck up decisions. We fuck up that. And there's plenty of times where I apologize to my son, like, man, my bad. I shouldn't have hollered at you about that. That was on me.
Yeah.
That was on me. I'm sorry. There's plenty of times I done said that to my son.
Yeah.
As me, my girl, my bad. I fucked up. That was on me. But until you get that on your own and not being prideful and not in your pride and all that stuff and telling people that you fucked up or whatever, we'll never go nowhere. Because you can't hold yourself accountable. If you can't hold yourself accountable, how anybody else gonna hold you accountable? Huh? Let's be real. If you can't tell yourself, like, bro, I fucked up. I really fucked up on that one, B. I fucked up. If you can't hold yourself accountable, how can somebody else hold you accountable?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But hey, man.
That was all I have for today. Well, that's all we're gonna give y'all today. Great episode.
Woo, shit. Motherfucking job out here, man.
Y'all better
You know what I'm
get
saying?
run these numbers up, man.
Can y'all
so
at
we
least
can-
hit the thumbs up
Yeah,
button?
Hit the
run
like
these
button.
numbers
Hit,
up.
hit
know what I'm
the
saying?
like button. We
Hey,
appreciate it.
basically, when you do this, you're gonna put the little subscribe thing that pop up. You know what I'm
At the
saying?
end.
We relegate all that shit to space. So I ain't gonna lie to you.